You're watching Good Morning Carolinas with Crystal Costa, meteorologist Darren Stack, and Amanda Kinseth.
Welcome back. Time now is 5:19, and the Grand Strand Quilters will be giving some local veterans a very special present tomorrow.
They have been working very hard on 30 Quilts of Valor, and they're each handmade, believe it or not. WPDE News Channel 15's Amanda Kinseth is live in Murrells Inlet with the details. Good morning, Amanda.
Yes, there are a lot of beautiful quilts in here. Tell me about tomorrow. Very exciting.
Tomorrow, that's really exciting. This is going to be the largest one-time presentation. There's going to be 23 veterans that we're presenting with a Quilt of Valor. Each of these quilts, all of them are handmade. Everything that we do is volunteer work. We're going to present 23 tomorrow. We've presented about 190 this year alone.
Wow. Just
in our little group. We're the Grand Strand Quilters, and the Quilts of Valor is a part of that group. Yep, there you go, the nice, beautiful, all hand done. Our Jim Wobbleton there, he's our coordinator. Yep, he's the coordinator for the long arm quilting. That's the machine that's actually doing the quilting.
Okay.
All those are done. He did. Well, there's around 200 that man by himself has done.
Wow.
Aren't they beautiful?
That's pretty impressive, yeah. I mean, this is, and just look how big this is. This is a pretty big operation that you guys have going here. It is.
Over the whole country, we've done almost 100,000 of these. Wow. Each one of these quilts is given to, well, Joan is our coordinator and is the one that knows all of the details about this. She's been doing it for a number of years.
And we'll talk more to Joan later, but what a great thing for the veterans, right, guys?
Anybody that's been affected by combat or war in any way,
they get one of these.
They can get one of these, yes.
Fantastic. What a great idea.
I got the chance to cover one of those stories a couple months back now. I think they did about a dozen presentations then, and it was such a cool story.
Really neat.
Yeah, just the look on their faces, just to get some kind of recognition from that, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, she said a lot of them are brought to tears, so that should be cool to see. That's tomorrow morning, but if you want to learn more about quilting in general, the Grand Strand Quilters host classes every Thursday morning. And speaking of great ways to honor veterans, members of the Grand Strand Quilters are excited to give more than 20 local veterans a gift they will probably never forget.
WPDE News Channel 15's Amanda Kinseth is live in Murrells Inlet with details on these Quilts of Valor that are handmade. Good morning, Amanda.
Yes, such an amazing thing. Joan, tell me a little bit about Quilts of Valor. This has been going on for a while now.
Yes, it has. Our founder, Catherine Roberts, started this organization in 2003, and she did it when her son was deployed to Iraq. And one of the things she wanted to do was to keep busy. And so that was the beginning of our first quilt. And 11 years later, we have now given away throughout the United States and overseas 96,706 quilts.
That's unbelievable.
In 2012, we awarded 6,000, and last year, 2013, we doubled it by giving away 12,314 quilts.
Wow, and we're looking at the quilts right now. These are amazing. I mean, these are beautiful quilts that you guys put together. And it's all volunteer work.
Exactly.
You guys just get together
Yes.
and make this with your own time.
Yes. And we estimate our quilts to be about $250 a piece. And that's the fabric, the batting, the thread. This does not include the time that the woman or man puts into making the quilts.
Right.
And then we do have a lot of men that are involved with quilting.
Sure, Jim was out here earlier.
Yes,
making the quilt. And you guys accept donations too, right?
Yes,
to help
yes, we do.
with the cost of all this stuff.
Yes, donations, money, fabric. If we have 100% cotton fabric, red, white, and blue. You can see the different colors that we have.
Yeah, and what a great way to give to our people who serve, guys.
Definitely. Amanda Kinseth reporting live for us there in Murrells Inlet. And you can also meet up with the Grand Strand Quilters. Every Thursday they hold classes.
Absolutely. The Grand Strand Quilters are doing something that's pretty cool. This is actually a story that I got to cover a little ways back, and there are these Quilts of Valor, and they're making some very special presentations tomorrow. It's a pretty cool thing when you consider that each one of these quilts is handmade.
That's the thing. And can you imagine the amount of time and effort they put into this? There's more than 20 of these Quilts of Valor. So WPDE News Channel 15's Amanda Kinseth is going to join us in a minute. She's live in Murrells Inlet, one of the homes where they make these quilts. It's quite a process. Let's check in with her now.
Yeah, you guys do a lot. I mean, this is all volunteer time. You all
Yes,
get together.
it is.
You probably have a lot of fun, though, doing it, don't you?
Yes, we do, because we are together with other women, and that's very important to all of us, especially in our aging group. And we would like to find new, younger women to join us to do this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And what are we doing now? We're folding up
We're
some
folding
programs?
programs for tomorrow's presentation of 30 Quilts of Valor at our rec center in Myrtle Beach.
And these presentations, I mean, giving these quilts to the veterans, that is something to see, isn't it?
Yes, it's humbling. It really is. I'm always very affected by it.
Yeah, well, it's a very special thing. You know, I mean, the veterans themselves, they say they're just overwhelmed by the quilt, and it's so special to them, and they really appreciate everything you guys do.
It's the warmth and comfort of that is really important.
Right.
Yes.
And you guys get together and quilt, and you give to the veterans, and you also give to a lot of other people,
Yes,
too.
we give to Habitat for Humanity, Casa 2, Street Reach. I just brought 8 quilts there during the cold season, and Fostering Hope. We provide baby quilts for a gift shop in Conway at the hospital, and the money goes to women that cannot afford mammograms. So it's very important to us.
What a wonderful thing, especially with this weather right now. We certainly need the quilts, guys.
Definitely. They're going to be making that presentation tomorrow morning at the Myrtle Beach Recreation Center, and that's also where they host classes every Thursday.
They run from 10 a.m. until 1:30. They're also the Myrtle Beach Convention Center.
Members of the Grand Strand Quilters are also excited to give more than 20 local veterans a gift they will never forget.
WPDE News Channel 15's Amanda Kinseth is live in Murrells Inlet with details on the Quilts of Valor that the group handmade. Good morning, Amanda.
Yeah, you guys are giving out a ton of quilts tomorrow.
Right.
And a very special thing. And, you know, we talked about how special this whole ceremony is, and anybody can come to this.
Right. It's going to be at the Rec Center tomorrow on the old Air Force Base, 800 Gabrisky Lane, and we're going to start at 11:30. And we'll have 23 veterans that will be getting a Quilt of Valor. One of the things that we think about is that this is a thank you for the veteran for his willingness to serve our country, and many times, in particular during the Vietnam era, when they came back to the United States, they weren't thanked. Some of them were spit on, and we just didn't understand what they went through.
Right. Well, this is a great way to say thank you. You know, veterans do so much for our country. Now, what are you doing now?
Well,
we're having a quilting party this morning. Is this the earliest you've ever done quilting?
Yes, it is.
By far, right?
It is.
So what is this that you're doing?
This quilt has just been quilted. It came off of the frame that we have over here, and now I'm squaring it up, and I use the ruler and the rotary cutter, and I just cut it. Gives me a clean edge. I'll do that all the way around, and then we make a binding for it, and that's the fabric that goes over the edge and finishes the quilt. Then on the back we will put a Quilt of Valor label that has the name of the topper and the person that quilted it, and also the recipient of the quilt.
Yeah, it's such a special thing. If you have a chance tomorrow, head on out there and see all these veterans get these beautiful quilts. What a great thing, guys.
Definitely. That's happening tomorrow morning, Myrtle Beach Recreation Center, and that's where the Grand Strand Quilters have classes every Thursday if you're interested.
Those run from 10 a.m. until 1:30, and again, they are at the Myrtle Beach Recreation Center.